Most men feel clueless about what women want from a partner. And to top things off, the black pill community doesn't help. Imagine being told that you can't pull girls because you're shorter than 5'5", or because your eyes need to have a special type of tilt. Of course, there is some truth to that, and are all things that could take your attractiveness to another level. But ask yourself right now, does Bruno Mars care that he's 5'5"? Imagine Bruno Mars took the black pill and stopped working on his craft, thinking, oh, there's no point in even trying. No girl will love me anyways. You wouldn't believe how many men I have seen over my lifetime destroy themselves simply because they didn't have a certain feature. It's like focusing on the one negative aspect of your life and throwing the remaining 99 blessings God has bestowed upon you right out the window. Most of the things you cared about when you were in high school, like having a strong jawline, don't hold that much of an importance when it comes to building and maintaining attraction, especially when you enter the age of maturity. And this is single-handedly the most important principle that the top 1% of men use to their advantage. They overlook areas that are out of their control and build up habits and traits that will serve them in the long run. With that being said, let's discuss the 6 features and traits that make men 10 times more attractive. Number 1. Beards. This ties into the whole concept of polarity between the two opposite sexes. Ask yourself, when are two magnets' attraction towards each other the strongest? When the opposites are at their highest frequency or the lowest? The same is true in this scenario as well. Beards are by far one of the easiest ways to showcase your masculinity. And when your masculinity increases, so does your attraction to the opposite, which in this case is feminine. You may have noticed this in your life as well, that some men that you never thought looked aesthetically pleasing all of a sudden turn into a 10 out of 10 golden boy when they grow a beard. This doesn't mean that you need to go full macho mode or grow the largest beard known to mankind, but shape it accordingly to your style and facial features. In fact, many people prefer individuals that look older, which beards help you achieve. As cheesy as it may sound, it's also one of the easiest ways to demand respect, because you come across as someone who is self-reliant, self-assured, and responsible. Number 2. Good smell. According to research, people remember you by smell. Besides the way you look, the way you smell goes a long way in how you make a first impression on people. Get your hands on a couple colognes that you can switch and use based on the occasion you're attending. It's one of the easiest and quickest ways to add to your attractiveness. By the way, type in the comments below what types of colognes you prefer to use in certain settings. Number 3. The way you walk. You may have heard this a dozen times, but the way you walk tells the world how it should treat you. Imagine 2 men walking straight towards you. One is bent over, hunched back, looks shy, and can't stop staring at the ground. The other man looks at you straight in the eyes and walks towards you with his chest out and back straight. Ask yourself, which of these men is more likely to take you on in a fight? Of course, it's the one that walked without any hesitation. The one that looked self-assured and confident. The same applies to your daily life as well. Walk in such a manner as to show the world that you are not afraid. It's the small details women will pick up on. Number 4. Sense of humor. People adore a man who can make them laugh. Women tend to regard men with a good sense of humor as significantly more physically attractive than those who do not laugh very often. Some men have the habit of never smiling around women to somehow come across as alpha men. But being able to switch your frames based on the situation you are in is one of the most important things you need to learn to do as a man. Understand when to relax, or be able to laugh at your own self to show your skin is at ease. Remember, it's chess, not checkers, so make strategic moves. Number 5. Confidence. Look over your life and think of famous leaders who have ever led a group. As a leader, when people sense that you are not confident about a move you're making, they will not follow you. But if you make the same move by putting up an illusion that you are confident, the people will follow you. Remember, confidence pulls, fear repels. Imagine Alexander the Great telling his men that he's not too sure if he can win against the army that they're going to war with. Do you think his men would ever trust or follow him? This leadership quality is by far one of the most important traits in building up attraction with women as well. The ability to show the girl that you have boundaries and have faith in yourself will take you places that TikTok-type behavior will never. There was a study carried out to put this to the test as well. Men who rated their physical attractiveness as higher were also rated as having higher level of physical attractiveness by the other participants. This doesn't mean that you need to be arrogant, but be confident in yourself. This will inspire others to believe in you and your decisions. And finally, number 6, honesty. Honest men earn the respect of real women, period. A man who can be open and honest about what he wants out of the woman and out of life, can calculate how he does and does not feel, can't be compared to anything else. Remember, brothers, it's not enough to tell the truth. You must also act in a way that is true to who you are, because it is a trait that not everyone possesses. More than 80% of the men around you will say one thing and go right ahead and do something else. This is a trait that can only be maintained by individuals who are content with who they are, have built up unbreakable discipline, and do not seek the favor of others. As we always say, the reason you lie always comes down to one dark concept, and that is, you are afraid of something. It may be that you are afraid of upsetting your wife or girlfriend, or want to save yourself from something. As a man of value, resist the urge to take actions out of fear. So remember, brothers, it all begins with you. The person that you are will attract the same type of person. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch this video here.